Alrighty, we're going to go through the product called Google Meet. What it does, why we use it, and how we use it. First things first, Google Meet is very much a communication platform. I would not be using it to create classroom content. It's not designed to save videos so that you can view it later as resource. It's designed so that you can have a conversation with someone on the other end of the computer or on their phone and so on. So it's very much to replace things like video call or texting each other and that kind of instant messaging. It's not for creating lessons because none of the things get saved at the end. So with that disclaimer, how might you use it? You might use it in a conversational way to give feedback to someone or to have a class discussion and so on. Let's go and dive into it to see how it works. All right, first thing, you will bring your browser to meet.google.com. You'll get to this page. You need to be signed into your education account because it's part of the, you got to be signed in. All right, click on the join or start a meeting and we'll just title it Class Catch Up. When you start a meeting, each meeting will be given a code. So you can see that my one is currently called AKR with these series of letters. This is your classroom code, if you like, your ID for anyone else who wants to join your meeting. So what I would do is I would send this link. I would send it on email or send it on the classroom, but send it so that anyone you want participating has the link. Now, just to simulate that, I'll open a guest browser and I'll paste that in. Pretend this guest is the student. They're going to click on the link or open it up, and they will see something like this. For the purpose of this, I won't use the microphone and the camera because I know I'm already using it for this broadcast, but your guest will be able to choose their name. So with students, since they do not need to be linked to their Google account, they won't need to offer their official names or anything. Just be aware of that, that participants can choose their own names. One other thing to mention is the Google Education accounts for students do not actually support Meet. When students go to Meet, it just says it's not provided by the organization, it's not approved. So to get around it, sadly, guests can use it. If you're not signed in, you can use it. If you are signed in, they actually limit your amount of things you can use. Anyway, what's your name? You can type anything. I'll call it a non-user. And since it's anonymous, they will ask to join on I need to join the conference first. All right, so as you can see, I've joined the conference and as the host, and it says this person wants to join. So if it's a student, you will admit them, and they will be able to see your camera. So this is what the student will be able to see, and this is my host's screen. Now, the good thing about Google Meet is you can present what you see on your screen. So as an example, let's say I wanted them to see this document and I can, make changes to that. Then I can present, and I can present either my entire screen so students can see everything that I can see on my screen right now, or they can just see the window such as this Notepad document. I've selected this document, so the student will be able to see something like this on their screen. They'll be able to see just that document as well as my face, which is part of the stream. Students will be able to ask questions on this tab, on the little messages box. So they can type something like, I've got a question. And as a teacher on your side, it will show up with a little notification saying a non-user has asked a question, and so on. So that is how you can use Google Meets. One other thing I want to mention is if you want to schedule a meetup, you can go to calendar.google.com, and that's the Google Calendar. You may well be using it on your phones and whatever else already, but if you go log into your education account, you will see that all your classrooms appear here with due dates for assignments and things like that. However, all you need to do is click on a slot and title it. And on this box where it says adds rooms, location, or conferencing, you can click there and add conferencing, and it's going to generate a Hangouts Meet URL for you. So you can then just share this to everyone, and they can get online to that conference at that time. I want you to also be aware that, as I mentioned before, the sad thing is that on student accounts, with all these timetables, they won't be able to see the conference. They can't use the conferencing support on the student accounts. So I've already had a go at trying to add it on their calendar, but it doesn't work. So if I wanted 10Y to have a conference, you won't be able to do it this way. You would just be able to send a meeting link, which is this one, and send it on the Classroom to tell them to join on the Classroom. All right, so I hope that helps with scheduling classes and how that might look. Let me know if there's any kind of advice, because it's all very new to me as well. But if you found it helpful, hopefully that is a step up. There you go. Enjoy.